today I wanted to have you follow me through my day so you can see what it is that I eat on a high carbohydrate, low fat vegan diet. What I follow is primarily a raw till 4 type of diet. So that means that during the day, before 4 o'clock, I'm generally eating raw foods. And it's mostly fruits. Because I want to make sure I'm getting enough calories. I tend to eat fruits during the day. Um, and yeah, so I just want to give you guys a bit of a heads up that that it is a high carbohydrate. And when I say carbohydrate, I'm not talking about cakes and cookies. I'm talking about fruits and high sugar foods, which are actually good for you. So low fat, so that means no cakes, no cookies, none of that junk, and vegan. So this is what I've been doing for the last, oh my God, it's almost coming up to a year. So 10, 11, yeah, I started in August, so 10 months, and actually 11 months now. Tomorrow's gonna be July 1st. So yeah, 11 months, and I've lost just over 30 pounds, and I'm feeling amazing. So I just want to show you guys kind of what a typical day would look like on a high carb, low fat, vegan diet / raw till 4. So I hope you guys enjoy. Leave your comments below and give us a thumbs up. I'm following a low fat, high carbohydrate vegan diet. So it's lots of fruits and other carbohydrates, and definitely the greens, the rice, and what else do I have? Pasta, different lentils, beans. I always start with a bottle of water. So what I started with today it's my first meal of the day. I generally like to start off with a smoothie. Today I'm doing banana mango. Bananas, make sure you're using really ripe bananas, like they should be speckled. I have about 12 bananas in here. If you're using ripe bananas, they digest better, they're sweeter, all of the sugars are ready to be digested. So yeah, definitely eat them ripe. And when you know they're ripe is when they're speckled, okay? I have a mango, so yeah, about 12 bananas or so. I have one mango, and then yesterday I picked some spinach from the garden, so I have some spinach. I don't know how much is here, maybe like 4 ounces or something like that, 4 or 5 ounces of spinach. And then I'm going to put in about 2 cups of coconut water, and all of the produce is organic. Everything I'm trying to use is organic these days. There's a few exceptions. When maybe there's something, it's a really good deal and it's on the clean 15, you know, it's not one of the dirty dozen items which have a higher residue of pesticide left on them. So when you're looking for produce, you want to look for the code that has 9 beginning in it, so 94959. So this is an organic mango. So if the beginning of it's a 5-digit code starting with the number 9, means it's organic. Generally, conventional items will be a 4-digit code, and they'll start with the number 4. So that's it. So that's going to be breakfast, and yeah, and then I'll move on to lunch later on. Actually, I will be using 2 mangoes. The first one here is a little bit bruised, so there's a lot of it. I think this part, I can't really eat that. So yeah, I'm going to be using 2 mangoes today. Oops. All right, so I've got all of the mango and banana in here. So when you get this kind of situation going on, when it's really, really full, you just have to get something and kind of smush it down. Or just give it a fist. Here, okay, so now I have a little bit more room in my Vitamix. I can add the spinach. I just finished washing it off, so I'm really proud. This is actually spinach I grew myself, and we just picked it yesterday, so it's super fresh, straight out of the garden, and that's going into the smoothie. And what else? I also want to add some ground flax, and actually ground flax is probably one of the best things that you can add to your diet in terms of your health. It is a great amount of fiber, but also the healthy omega-3s. So these will help with reducing your risk of cardiovascular disease, stroke, and so on. Yeah, definitely a super health food. So I'm going to add some of that to my smoothie as well, about 2 tablespoons. Okay, so the smoothie's done. So I forgot to show you guys, but what I was using was my Vitamix blender. I highly recommend it. If you are doing a lot of blending, this is definitely the Rolls Royce of the blender line. And yep, it's really good. It blends just about everything, and it can even cook your soup for you. That is how powerful the motor is. And yeah, so there we go. It's about 2 liters of green deliciousness. Health in a bottle. Okay, so it's now lunchtime, and I have a couple of honeydews here. Let me switch this around. Yeah, so I have 2 organic honeydew melons, and this is going to be lunch. So I'm just going to chop them up, and I have to go out, so I'm going to bring them in a Tupperware container and just eat them while I'm on the go. And that's it. And water, of course. So I'm going to fill this guy up and get my water in. It's super hot today. It's 30 degrees, but it feels closer to 40 because it's super humid. So on a day like this, you really want to be eating water-dense fruits as much as possible. So honeydew it is. Okay, so I'm all finished. And so that's lunch. Okay, so for dinner tonight, I'm going to be making pesto, some pasta with pesto sauce, and of course the best pesto will begin with the best basil, and it's going to be delicious. Back some of these branches, and then they actually will grow some new growth. So let me give you an example here. So see this larger branch here? I did clip it at one point here. Where's my, you can see, shoot, can't see where I am. Okay, so this branch here, so I clipped the branch right here. And now I have 2 new stems coming out on each side, so made into a V. So if you want a nice bushy basil plant, you have to prune it. You have to clip it back. Ooh, check out my tomatoes, look at these. They're so cute. These are cherry tomatoes growing, and I love how they grow in a little cluster like this. It's so awesome. Is that beautiful? So it won't be long, and I'm gonna have some cherry tomatoes. And oh, there's a few more growing over here, and there's a bunch of blossoms all over the place. There's some more. Yeah, so the little cherry tomato plant on the balcony is doing pretty well too. I have him in a 5-gallon fabric bag. Okay, so before supper, the last meal of my day, I always like to make a green juice, and generally I use some type of leafy greens, maybe kale, spinach, collards, bok choy, something. Today I'm using collards. I have maybe, I think 8 collard leaves. I have an English cucumber and 2 Granny Smith apples. And so this is kind of typical for an evening juice, and this I always make it before I have my supper, so I make sure that I'm getting all the minerals, the vitamins from my greens. Yeah, I'm generally not a big salad eater, so this is how I like to make sure that I'm getting all of my greens and so all the vitamins and minerals. That's not to say that I don't eat green vegetables. Of course I do, but the bulk of it I like to just juice it, especially some of the ones like kale and collards, which are a little bit strong. I like to have them raw, and I like to actually juice them with some more mild things like the cucumber and Granny Smith apple. That's the way I like to do it. Okay, so the pasta is boiling, and now I'm just going to make the pesto sauce. So what I'm going to use, pretty straightforward. Altogether I have about a cup of basil. if you were to squish it all together. A cup to maybe a cup and a half of basil. I have 1/4 cup of olive oil, a teaspoon of salt, 5 cloves of garlic, and how many scapes? 3 garlic scapes. So yeah, everything's gonna go in the blender, and yeah, and then I just wait for the pasta to be ready. Okay, so I added a little bit more olive oil. It was a little bit too dry, so now it's actually mixing up a lot better. And in a minute, we should be good to go. Done. That got me, what would I say? This is like half a cup, I guess, of pesto. And this is the consistency. Oh my god, guys, I can't even tell you how amazing. There. How amazing it looks and smells. Oh my god, this smells so good. Sorry. Oh my god, yum. Okay, so that's it. I'm gonna put this on our pasta, which is still cooking, but will be another. Okay, so I'm juicing now. The juicer that I have is an Omega NC800. They really well for doing things like green leafy vegetables and wheatgrass. That's why I got it, because most of my juicing I use green leafy vegetables. So it does really, really good with that. So I'm done with the juice, and so it made about, I don't know, 900 milliliters, just under a liter of green juice. So not bad. I'm gonna power that back. I'm going to tell you about the supplements and vitamins that I take. It's not much. I take a B12 sublingual methylcobalamin B12 every day. I take a vitamin D3, and I take this NutriVeg omega-3 supplement primarily for the DHA and to make sure that I'm just getting enough of the healthy fats. Dinner, I have my pasta with pesto sauce. So it doesn't look all that pretty, sorry, but it smells amazing. I'm just gonna mix it in. I have about 2 cups, maybe a cup and a half of pasta, something like that. And then of course, about a teaspoon of pesto. I'm gonna mix in here. And yeah, oh my god, I can't wait to eat it. Oh, I use this app on my phone. It's called Chronometer, so you can download it on the App Store. You can also go to the website, chronometer.com, and so it allows you to track all of the food that you've ate, and then it gives you nice reports about, you know, in terms of percentages of daily values, how you did for the day. And yeah, it's just really good if you want to make sure that you're getting everything that you need. I love this app. So for today, I plugged everything in, and I'm around 3,000 calories for the day, 58 grams of protein, which for my weight is actually about 1 gram per kilo, so it's definitely adequate, and maybe even more than what I need. So definitely no deficiency with protein. With the carbohydrates, 707 grams, so lots of carbs is good. Fat is a little bit on the low side. It's 24.7 grams of fat, and 93% of my overall nutritional targets were achieved today. In terms of a caloric ratio, that breaks down to be about 86% carb, 6% protein, 6.6% protein, and 7% fat. So generally, I follow an 80-10-10 type of ratio, or somewhere around there. And so let's see, what do we got here? Because this is what most people are concerned about with protein. Yeah, definitely over the majority of the protein requirements. Overall, I reached 97% of my daily requirement, which is perfect. For, let's see, vitamins, so no deficiency here. Definitely everything is perfect. So my B12, my all of my B vitamins, my folate, through the roof, vitamin A, C, D, E, K, and so on are all doing really, really well. Let's see. And these are the, I'm not too concerned about being above, because as long as your body is, you know, functioning properly, it can excrete whatever is unnecessary. And for minerals, yeah, definitely, again, so calcium, I'm over my daily requirements slightly. And copper, iron, magnesium, everything, I'm definitely okay. Zinc is a little bit low, 85%. I'm not really concerned about that though. That's definitely still quite good. So overall, it just goes to show you that you can get all of your daily requirements from a vegan diet. I'm not short in any vitamins, that's for sure. I'm not short in protein. Actually, 1 gram per kilo is what's recommended by most dietitians. And yeah, so I think overall, looking pretty good. Oh, and just looking at the fats here, so this is something I wanted to mention. This, so 24.7 grams of fat, and look at where the fats are coming from, all right? We've got your mono and polyunsaturated fat with the most amount, which is great, and the trans fat and cholesterol, zero. Zero cholesterol, because I don't eat any animal products, and animal products are the only food items which contain cholesterol. So I didn't get any. So isn't that great? I'm sure my arteries are thanking me. And this omega-3 to 6 ratio is important as well. But yeah, so omega-3s, I'm just smashing it. Like this is ideal. Yeah, zero cholesterol, baby. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, leave your comments and questions below. And yeah, so that's typical for an average day of eating for me. I'm about to go for a run. I really need to go get some exercise now, so I'm gonna go do a little jog for a little while. I will generally do about 5 kilometers or so, depending how I'm feeling and how hot it is outside. But yeah, so yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Let me know what you guys think. I know it seems a bit extreme for some people, and yeah, I can admit, like, it is pretty extreme, but once you get into it and you really start, your body starts changing and you're feeling really good, and you know you're making a difference in the environment and you're helping to reduce the suffering in the world caused by, you know, unnecessary animal slaughter. It's kind of a no-brainer. It becomes a no-brainer that this is the way to go. Yeah, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching my video. Go vegan!